Konnichiwa. Welcome to my kitchen. My name is Jonathan, and today I'm going to show you how to cook some sushi. As you can see up here, we already have our tuna fish cut up into small fillets, into little squares. We have some cream cheese, a little bit of carrot, some avocado, and some cilantro for our veggies. We're going to roll it all together in this rice I have pre-made. I'm going to get the rice over here started a little bit just to show you how to do it. You want to crank your heat up to about medium high. You want to cover it with a top, a little bit of a big top, but it'll work. We're going to let it sit and we're going to let it boil. When it starts boiling, we're going to let it sit for about 3 minutes at boil, turn it down to about a medium, and then we're going to spatula it onto a platform like this. Alright? Now, I'm going to get us started actually making the sushi. What we're going to start off with is a roll of nori. What this is seaweed, basically, dehydrated and compacted into a little square. Once we have our nori, we're going to want to wet our hands in some cold water. We're going to take a little bit of our sushi rice, prepared with vinegar, sugar, salt, and rice. And we're going to lay it out as flatly as possible onto our nori. Now this is about 2 cups of rice. It's a lot of rice to make sushi. You'll make a few rolls with that. If you're feeding a large party or maybe a lot of guests, if you're taking it to an event, you might want to use 2 to 3 cups. Plus it gives you a little room to mess up. Now, a key is that you want to have it spread very evenly on this seaweed. The reason being is because you're going to roll it and you don't want it to be too thick in certain spots because then your roll will look jacked up. And with sushi, what you get to learn after you've made it a few times, or after you've eaten it a few times, is that presentation is the key. It has a lot to do with how it looks. Just about good. I just want to get it perfectly as even as possible. And you want to leave about 1 inch of bare nori at the top, just so that you can roll it together and it'll stick. Alright, what I'm going to do is start off with a little bit of tuna for meat. You just want to put a little layer on there, just like so. Don't need a whole lot because you're going to be able to taste it. It's the primary ingredient. Next, take my knife, cut off a little bit of cream cheese. Once again, you don't need much. I'm going to get a little bit more than this, but so we're going to start off with, and you want to kind of carry it all the way over to the end. There we go. Alright, that's good. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of everything on this roll. So next I'm going to do a little carrots. You want to cut these carrots in a julienne style, so kind of long and thin, so you can roll them up into your sushi. Just get a little bit in there. You don't need a whole lot. I like my sushi extra vegetably. I have a little cilantro. It's good for a little flavoring, a little bit of like an herbal type flavor, and it's good for you. Now with the avocado, you kind of want to scoop it out. I didn't cut it up because it's really soft. It's hard to cut up something that's mushy. And just kind of, doesn't have to be perfect. Presentation is key, but no one's going to see what's on the inside. There we go. Just scoop out a little bit more. edges. You can kind of break it up. All right. That's basically it. That's how you arrange everything inside the roll. Now what you have to do is actually roll it. You want to fold it over. This is an extra long nori roll. So what we're going to do is just roll onto that rice. Sounds like our rice is boiling over here. Come and take the top off of it and kind of stir it around a little bit. I don't want it to stick. The idea is that you want to steam the rice. So you want to keep that top on there as much as possible. Only take the top off for short bursts. Alright. May have a little trouble with stickage here, but we're going to set it on its side like that. Take it out, put it on a plate, and we're going to set it up there. It's going to sit for a few minutes, and then we're going to cut it after it's all formed together.
Okay.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and cut our already made sushi roll. What we're going to do is start in the middle. Just cut it down. 2 smaller rolls. We're going to cut those into 3s so that they're easy bite-sized pieces. One there. One there. One there. One right there. And there we go. And that's what they look like. Oops. In this section, I'm going to show you how to position the sushi on a plate to make it look appealing. In the Japanese culture, appearance means a lot. The look of your sushi, or any food for that matter, determines basically if anybody's going to eat it. In no Japanese restaurant is somebody going to come out with just a pile of food. It's going to look good. It's going to be visually appealing. It's going to have colors that match. It's going to have shapes. It's going to have things that make your mind go, man, I really want to eat this. So I'm going to start out by making a couple of different stacks of food. What I'm going to do is take some of this rice that we have, kind of put it together in sort of a neat little lump almost. Take a piece of tuna, stick it on top for a little color. And take some nori, shiny side down, and wrap it up. If it doesn't fit all the way around, that's totally fine. We just need it for looks. You set that over here off to the side, maybe do one more. You want to make them look good, you want to make them look appealing, you want to make it look like, man, I really want to put this food in my mouth. So we're going to take another decent sized piece of tuna, maybe this one right here. Just put it on top, make it look good. And wrap it in a little nori. Make it stick. Now if you did your rice correctly, your rice is going to stay together throughout all this. Alright. Now, see how that looks? It's kind of something starting to form here. Okay, I'm going to put a little of my smaller rolls on here, maybe like this. Put them at the top, kind of adjoining those two areas. Some of these combo rolls we can put just like so. Or we can even have them set up leaning on top of each other. Oops. Alright, we're going to set them together just like that. The two on the outside are going to be open so that people can see what's inside them. And these over here are going to be open as well. Alright. You want to add a little color to it? So what we're going to do is use our sriracha mayonnaise. I'm going to go on the outside here. Just add a little bit. If you know anything about decorating cakes, you may be kind of good at this. Alright. We're going to leave this top part alone with the spicy mayo because, you know, maybe if someone doesn't like the spicy mayo, we don't need to put it on there. Last but not least, we're going to hit up a little seasoning. It's going to make it look nice and crunchy and poppy. And there you have a beautifully arranged sushi plate that's going to make somebody want to eat it. Well, konnichiwa and welcome to the language corner. If you're wondering what that word konnichiwa means, it's hello in Japanese. Here I'm going to teach you a few phrases to get you through if you were, say, stranded on the streets of Japan and needed to get around. Another useful one is please, for if you need to ask for something in a nice manner. The word for please is dozo. Thank you, the alternative to please, is arigato. Not to be confused with domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Yes and no are hai and ai, respectively. Very similar, but there's a little letter difference. The next one might throw you for a loop. I am sorry is said, watashi wa moshi wakarimasen. It's a mouthful, but it'll get you out of a lot of trouble. Excuse me is shisuru. I do not understand may be one that you have to use frequently, stranded on the streets. Watashi wa rikai shitenai. That's I do not understand in Japanese. Another one you may use is, do you speak English? A lot of people don't know, but over 50% of the Japanese population actually speaks English. If you need to ask someone if they do, say, anata ga ege o hanashi ga aru. If you need to ask for something else, and you want to say, I would like, you could say, watashi ga shitai. For instance, if you want to ask for some sushi, watashi ga shitai sushi. Last but not least, if you need to ask how much something costs, such as sushi, say, kono kasuto o okanai donokore. Hopefully these phrases help you out if you ever do find yourself in Japan. You need to speak a little of the native language. Thank you for joining us today.